Now we'll see about critical angle. Suppose if light ray enter from denser medium to rarer medium. You see interface of the two mediums. You can take this is the interface AB. Is a normal drawn on the surface. If a light ray enter from denser to rarer, this is the denser medium and this is the rarer medium. Light ray enter from denser to rarer like this with a particular angle of incidence. You know that when light ray enter from denser to rarer, it moves away from the normal. Instead of going like this, it moves away from the normal like this it goes. This is the R refraction. Suppose what happens if angle of incidence is more than this, if increase angle of incidence more than I value. So for that you can see here angle of incidence is more than I, means now more angle is there, I. Refraction is more than that value, that is R is much more when compared to this I value. Here incident is less, refraction also less. And here incident is more, refraction also much more than that value. Here R is greater than I, here also R is greater than I we get. Suppose what happen if you increase this angle of incidence more than this value, then what happen you see, at a particular value of incidence, this is the normal drawn, that value which is equal to critical value, that angle of incidence which is equal to critical angle, then what happen, the refracted ray, the ray which is incident here with critical angle, that refracted ray is going through grace of the two mediums. So that going through interface of the two mediums. So what is the refracted angle here? Refracted angle R is equal to 90 degrees. Means it goes perpendicular to normal. This angle of incidence only what they call critical angle. What is critical angle? At what particular angle of incidence when light ray go from denser medium to rarer medium, that refracted ray make 90 degrees with the normal. That is refraction angle is 90 degrees. Otherwise, at what angle of incidence the refracted ray graces the interface of the two mediums, that's what you call critical angle. So here for example you can see what is a relation. Refractive index general formula you can take here, refractive index is mu1 and this is a refractive index mu2, and where light enter from second medium to first medium, you see light enter from denser to rarer, you can take this is denser and this is rarer. Then what you can write, refractive index mu light enter from 2 to 1, that's why mu2 1 is equal to mu1 by mu2, you can write mu1 by mu2, and which is equal to sine of incidence by sine of refracted. Here what is angle of incidence? That is C. So it is sine C by sine R. Sine R nothing but here 90 degrees, so sine 90. So that is equal to sine C by sine 90 is 1. So what you can write, sine C is equal to mu1 by mu2 we can write. Suppose you can take this medium is air. What is the refractive index? 1. This medium you can take water or glass something which is having refractive index equal to mu you can take. Air has refractive index 1, other medium having refractive index mu. Using that how this equation is modified, you can write like this, sine C is equal to C is equal to 1 by mu. This is the relation between critical angle and refractive. Sine C is equal to 1 by mu. From that we can write C is equal to sine inverse 1 by mu. Relation between critical angle and refractive index, these two equations. Suppose if angle of incidence here, critical angle means that refracted ray grazes the interface of the two mediums. Suppose if angle of incidence is more than critical angle, then what happen? This is the interface of the two mediums, normal drawn, and angle of incidence here is greater than critical angle. I is greater than C. Then what happen? Whatever light incident here, that will be reflected back into the same medium. So what is the angle of reflection here? That also same I. It follows loss of reflection. Even it is there is no refraction ray, refracted ray is not there in the second media. It reflected back into the same media. This what you call total internal reflection, TIR. Total internal reflection means even these two are transparent mediums, and light can easily enter from one medium to other medium. Transparent means, but at a particular angle of incident, that is which is greater than C, greater than critical angle, then what happen? That incident ray completely reflect into same medium. That what we call total internal reflection. Suppose for example, we already discussed, suppose we can take light ray like this and incident with some angle of incidence I, and refracted ray moves away. This is R and this is I. So what is the deviation in this case? What is the deviation formula? Generally, deviation of light ray when it enter from denser to rarer, that is D is equal to R minus I, because R is greater. Here what is the deviation in this case? D is equal to R is 90 and angle of incidence equal to critical angle, 90 minus C we get. And what is the deviation? Here we can't write like that. Why? Because there is no refracted ray. Here reflected ray is there. Here we can write the formula. We can use the formula which is which we use in a reflection case. In reflection case, a deviation formula like this only: 180 minus 2i. Angle of incidence and reflected are same. This is about deviation in case of total internal reflection. Now we'll see about total internal reflection. Total internal reflection is a special case in light ray enter from denser medium to rarer medium. Now we'll see here. Suppose you can take the interface of the medium and a source of light is placed. Suppose this is a source of light, you can think. Source placed in denser medium. This is a denser media and this is a rarer media. What happens when light ray incident coming from this bulb, incident on the surface, somewhere here it incident. That you know it bends away from the normal. The reason you know that is light ray enter from denser to rarer, it must move away from the normal. Suppose think that here normal is like this. Assume that other ray which is coming from the source is incident like this. Now here what is angle of incidence? It will be more than in previous case. This is the normal. When compared to this angle of incidence, here angle of incidence is more. So refraction also more there. More refraction we get. Suppose you can take other ray which is going like this. The angle of incidence here, which is just equal to critical angle, you can take. When angle of incidence is equal to critical angle, then what happens? The light ray going just grazes the interface. It will be going like this. Suppose if the angle, suppose you can take another ray which is having angle of incidence is more than critical angle. More than critical angle, you can take like this. This is the interface of the medium. The light ray incident with angle more than critical angle. Then what happen? That light ray take total internal reflection. So complete ray is reflected back into same medium. So what you can write here? Normal drawn, and the light ray is reflected back into same medium. if I is greater than C. Here I is equal to C. From this, what you can say, a source of light, or you can take a fish is placed inside the denser media like water, and this bulb will be visible up to this distance only. Suppose person is here, you can view the, we can see the bulb, and here also you can see properly. But the person here, he just able to see the bulb. The person who move beyond this point, he can't see the bulb, because there afterwards what happened, whatever the light rays comes here, those are taking total internal reflection. The person who stands beyond this point, he can't see the source of light which is placed under the water, or fish under the water. Similarly, this happen on that side also. So how we are getting this side, and similarly that side, same distance. So front side and back side. That means if a source of light is placed inside the water, suppose this is the surface of the water, and a bulb is placed here, a source of light is placed here, and up to certain distance only, that means this range, this distance, or this side also, this distance. So only this part of the circular portion, that bulb will be visible for outside. So beyond that, because of total internal reflection, what happened? That bulb will be not visible. So here, what happened? It take total internal reflection. For example, you can draw a normal here. What is angle of incidence? This is C, and the ray is going like that. This side also same. The ray which is incident here, that will be refract like this. This is a normal here. So this angle is C, means this also C. Suppose if the bulb is placed at a depth h, you can take height of the water above the source, and the radius r you can take. What is r? Radius of the circular portion, that bulb or that source of light which is placed h depth below the surface of the water can be visible for outside. So how to calculate this r value? See that using tan C formula, tan C equal to opposite by adjacent, that is tan C is equal to r by h. So from this, r is equal to h tan C. If you know critical angle, we can use this formula. Up to what radius of a circular portion on the surface of the water, that source which is placed at a depth h is visible for outside. So we know sin C value. We don't know tan C value, but we know sin C value, that using right angle triangle we can build. This is C. What is sin C formula? Sin C is equal to critical angle formula 1 by mu. So use that. It is 1 by mu. Opposite by hypotenuse. How we get adjacent? That is mu square minus 1 whole root. From this you can calculate tan C value. Put in this equation. So what is R? R is equal to h into, what is tan C? 1 by square root of into 1 by square root of mu square minus 1. Or otherwise simply you can write this equation. Tan C is equal to tan C is equal to 1 by square root of mu square minus 1. So R is equal to, we can write h by square root of mu square minus 1. Sometimes they ask about how much area this source will be visible for outside. In that case, you can use area formula, that is through what area that source will be visible for outside, pi r square, area of the circular portion. This portion you have to calculate that area. So that from that, what you can write, pi r nothing but h by, so h square by mu square minus 1. This is the area of the circular portion. The source will be visible for outside. From this, what you can say, a source of light, or you can take a fish is placed inside the denser media like water, and this bulb will be visible up to this distance only. Suppose person is here, you can view the, we can see the bulb, and here also you can see properly. But the person here, he just able to see the bulb. The person who move beyond this point, he can't see the bulb, because Thereafterwards, what happened? Whatever the light rays comes here, those are taking total internal reflection. The person who stands beyond this point, he can't see the source of light which is placed under the water or fish under the water. Similarly, this happened on that side also. So how we are getting this side, and similarly that side, same distance. So front side and back side. That means if a source of light is placed inside the water, suppose this is the surface of the water, and a bulb is placed here, a source of light is placed here, and up to a certain distance only, that means this range, this distance, or this side also, this distance. So only this part of the circular portion, that bulb will be visible for outside. So beyond that, because of total internal reflection, what happened? That bulb will be not visible. So here, what happened? It take total internal reflection. For example, you can draw a normal here. What is angle of incidence? This is C, and the ray is going like that. This side also same. The ray which is incident here, that will be refract like this. This is a normal here. So this angle is C, means this also C. Suppose if the bulb is placed at a depth h, you can take height of the water above the source, and the radius r you can take. What is r? Radius of the circular portion, that bulb or that source of light which is placed h depth below the surface of the water can be visible for outside. So how to calculate this r value? See that using tan C formula, tan C equal to opposite by adjacent, that is tan C is equal to r by h. So from this r is equal to h tan C. If you know critical angle, we can use this formula. Up to what radius of a circular portion on the surface of the water, that source which is placed at a depth h is visible for outside. So we know sin C value. We don't know tan C value, but we know sin C value. That using right angle triangle, we can build. This is C. What is sin C formula? Sin C is equal to critical angle formula 1 by mu. So use that. It is 1 by mu. Opposite by hypotenuse. How we get adjacent? That is mu square minus 1 whole root. From this you can calculate tan C value. Put in this equation. So what is R? R is equal to h into, what is tan C? 1 by square root of into 1 by square root of mu square minus 1. Or otherwise simply you can write this equation. Tan C is equal to tan C is equal to 1 by square root of mu square minus 1. So R is equal to, we can write h by square root of mu square minus 1. Sometimes they ask about how much area this source will be visible for outside. In that case, you can use area formula, that is through what area that source will be visible for outside? Pi r square, area of the circular portion. This portion you have to calculate, that area. So that from that, what you can write? Pi r nothing but h pi, so h square by mu square minus 1. This is the area of the circular portion. The source will be visible for outside. Now we'll see optical fiber. The main principle of optical fiber is total internal reflection. What is total internal reflection? If the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, when light ray enter from denser to rarer, the total intensity will be, total ray is reflected back into same media. So first of all, what is optical fiber? That we'll see. Optical fiber contains two parts, two regions. One is a center region, that what we call core. This is the core region. And other one called cladding, outer region. The refractive index of inner region should be more when compared to outer region. Suppose you can take inner region core having refractive index mu2 and outer region having refractive index mu1. They wanted it to look like this: mu2 is greater than mu1. And main purpose of designing optical fiber is for communication purpose. For fast communication purpose, they use this optical fiber. Suppose they send information in the form of light. The light enter at one end of the optical fiber. Suppose light here it enters into optical fiber, and when light travel from, you see mu2 greater than mu1, and mu2 core is denser media when compared to cladding. Due to that, what happened? It take total internal reflection and it bounce back, and after taking number of bounces, number of reflections, the information, the light signal enters which one end can leave other end of the optical fiber without losing energy. But here some problem is there. Suppose here is angle of incidence is not equal, not greater than critical angle. If it is greater than critical angle, no problem. It will be take total internal reflection. If it is not greater than critical angle, then what happen? That light information will be escape outside of the fiber. So information loss is there. So to avoid that, they send this light beam when it enter into the optical fiber, they send with a particular angle only particular angles, that what we call launching angle. At launching angle only, this optical fiber works properly. It can send light from one end to other end without loss of energy. Now we'll see what is the value of launching angle, how to calculate that. And take optical fiber, this is the core of the optical fiber, and it is surrounded with cladding having refractive index mu1, core having refractive index mu2. This total is 4. Suppose you can draw a normal, this is the air medium. Whenever light information enter into the optical fiber, it should enter from the air only. So this is the angle of incidence. That angle of incidence they call launching angle. With what angle? The light information we are sending into the optical fiber, that what we call launching angle. But light travel from rarer medium to denser medium, then what happens? Bends towards to the normal. That's why it bends towards the normal. Instead of going like this, it goes in this direction. This is a refraction angle. Refraction angle. When it is hit, the light ray hit on the interface of the core and cladding, that is, you can draw here a normal. If this angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, greater than C, I is greater than C, then what happen? Total internal reflection takes place. So it will be reflect back into optical fiber. Here it will be reflect back like this. It will be go until the end of the optical fiber. If it is less than C, what happen? That light ray enter into the cladding. From there it can escape outside. What is the working principle of optical fiber? That is total internal reflection. Why? Because here angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, then only the total light ray is reflected back into the same medium. After many reflections, and the information will be sent from one end to other end of the optical fiber. Now we'll see we'll derive some theory and based to get a launching angle IL value. For that, we can complete the triangle here. This is 90 degrees. Suppose you can take this for first, it should be greater than C, but to derive the formula, first you take it as C. If this is equal to C, what should be this value? This is a 90 minus I, or 90 minus C you can take. And for example, you can take here, from here to here light ray is refracted, then you can apply refractive index where to where it is moving, from A to core. So when light ray enter from A to core, what you can write? Mu2 by air is 1. Where to where it enters? Suppose from first medium to second medium, you can take mu2 by mu1. Here it enter from A to core. Core refractive index is mu2, air refractive index is 1, which is equal to sine of incidence. Sine of incidence is I launching there. With what angle it incidence? eye launching by sine of refraction r, which is equal to sine of eye launching by sine of refraction. We can write like this: 90 minus, if you take this as c, this must be 90 minus c. That we can write here if you want. If it is equal to c, later we can discuss that. If it is equal to c and r is 90 minus c, we can write. From this, what we get? Mu2 is equal to sine of eye launching by, this is cos c. Sin 90 minus c is cos c. And we have a relation of critical angle and refractive index of the interface. So sin c equal to 1 by mu, or otherwise here you can write, if it is equal to angle of incidence is equal to c, what is the refractive angle? It is 90. And while we are discussing about critical angle, we discussed that angle of incidence equal to critical angle, then refracted angle is equal to 90 degrees, r is equal to 90. From that, what you can write? Light enter from mu2 to mu1, so you can write mu1 by mu2 is equal to sine of incident is c by sine 90. Why? Because here you see, if it is critical angle, then refracted angle is grazing like this, that is 90 degrees. From this, what you can write? Sin c is equal to mu1 by mu2. To calculate cos c, what we are doing? First apply sin c. Sin c is opposite mu1 by hypotenuse mu2. If you want adjacent, you can write mu2 square minus mu1 square whole root. From this, you get cos c. Here you have to substitute. From equation 1. And here from this triangle, otherwise no need to take equation 1. From this triangle we can substitute the value mu2 into cos c, you send that side. What is cos c from this? Square root of mu2 square minus mu1 square by mu2. Why? Because adjacent by hypotenuse, which is equal to sine of eye launching. Mu2 get cancelled, what you can write? Sine of eye launching is equal to square root of mu2 square minus mu1 square. You can write like this. But here, if angle of incidence is equal to c, it won't work. Why? Because here, to take total internal reflection, the angle of incidence must be greater than c. If it is greater than c, means what happened here? Here value increases, means here value decreases. Here r value decreases, means I launching also decreases. That means what is a launching angle means? It should be either this or little less than this IL. From this, I'll write here. What you can write? I launching is equal to sine that side, sine that side, you can write sine inverse mu2 square minus mu1 square whole root is less than or equal to. Why you get a formula less than or equal to? So equal to means IL is equal to sine inverse. If you take sine inverse, and what you get, just this ray is grazing the interface of core and cladding. But we don't want that. What we need a total internal reflection. To take total internal reflection, this angle must be more than that angle of C. If this is more, means this is less, and refraction less means incident also must be less. So that's why IL should be less than or equal to sine inverse square root of mu2 square minus mu1 square we can take. Now see one of the application on this formula. Suppose if they give a glass rod which is having refractive index mu, light enter from one end after taking number of reflections, it leaves the glass rod. Then what is the launching angle here? What is the angle of incidence here? Eye launching. What is eye launching formula? Here I launching is less than or equal to sine inverse, that is mu 2 square, so that is refractive index of the core, that is mu square. Here clouding is there, but here no clouding, only one type of material, that is core material we are taking. Outside rarer media should be required. Here what is the rarer media outside? That is air is there, so air behaves like a cladding for this. So what is the refractive index of the air? Mu 1 square is 1. This we can calculate launching angle of incident ray. Now we'll see applications of total internal reflection. Due to total internal reflection, the surface of the air bubble shines like a silver surface. You see here the bubbles which are inside the water, the surface of the bubbles are like a very shiny, like a silver surface. That is because of total internal reflection only. You see that here when light ray enter from water to air bubble, it incident with some angle. If the angle of incident is greater than critical angle, then what happen? Light ray reflected back into water again. That light ray is not able to enter into the air bubble, and like that from all directions happen, then on surface of the air bubble and shines like a silver surface. Same thing happen when if you place a test tube, that is empty test tube inside the water, light fall from water to surface of the test tube and light try to enter from denser to rarer media. If the angle of incidence is more than critical angle, then what happen? The total light or total rays fall on the test tube, reflect back, and that surface of the test tube and look like a silver surface, shiny. That example you see here, and the sides of the test tube is look like a steel surface, a shiny silver surface. Now we'll see another application, that is sparkling of diamond. When light enter into the diamond and because of total internal reflection, it take many reflections inside the diamond. Why? Because when light comes from diamond to air and diamond refractive index is very high, and due to that for small critical angle, that is 24.4 only here they gave, for a small critical angle what happen, that ray which is enter into the diamond take number of times total internal reflection inside the diamond, that create sparkles inside a diamond. Another application of total internal reflection, that is reflecting prisms. So different type of reflecting prisms is there, and suppose here in first image, and the light ray which is enter into the prism that take 90 degrees deviation, in the second one it take 180 degrees deviation, and the third case there is no deviation, so the light ray enter in the same way it comes outside. But what happened? You see A and B is erect, and but A dash and B dash is inverted. Suppose to make it erect image into inverted or inverted image into erect, they use this type of prism. All these three working on the principle of total internal reflection. Now we'll see another application of total internal reflection, forming mirages and looming. And here first we'll see about mirage, how it forms. Because of optical density variance, suppose during summer season the ground is hotter when compared to and air layers which are little above the ground. So you see in the diagram, and warm air is there near to the ground and cool air is a little above the ground. And due to this, because of variation of optical density, instead of traveling light straight, it bends like this. I see here it bends like a curved path. And what person think the light coming light travels in straight direction, he observes the image of the tree on downside. So when we get image on downside, when there is a reflecting surface like water or some reflecting mirror, so he thought that some water is present in the desert. You see an example for that. A car is moving on a hot road. The reflection of the car is observed on the road. What we think, we are thinking that some water is present on the road. but actually it is because of mirage formation. Now see how mirages are formed in deserts. Suppose if you take a air column or air medium near to the surface of the ground is more hotter when compared to top layers. Because of that, the air molecule goes away because of expansion and this become rarer media, and when you're going up that become denser media. Suppose you can take a tree and which is observed by a person at long distance. So some rays which are directly fall into eye of the person and some rays which are going like this, those are refracted. Well, because you see here the light ray enter from denser to rarer. You know that top layers are denser and when you are coming to downside and that become rarer. When light enter from denser to rarer, what happen? It move away from the normal. Like that here also it moves away from the normal, away from the normal. So here what happen? If angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, it take a total internal reflection. Here take TIR, and that will be reflect back into the person of person of the eye. Then what person thinks the light travel in a straight direction. He feel that light coming from this side, so he observes a shadow or the image of this tree. So he thought that some water or reflecting surface is there. That what you call mirage. Now we'll see another application of total internal reflection, that is looming. So what is looming means? And during in cold countries and during winter season, the air column near to the surface of the ocean is very cold and density is more, optical density is more. The air surfaces are air layers which are little above the ocean. Those are little warmer because of variation of optical density, that is refractive index. The light which is coming from the boat is bends like this. This red color line shows that. But the person thought that the light travel in a straight direction. So he observes that the ship or boat he observed in the sky with inverted image. This what you call looming image. And example you see here, it will be look like this. A boat is observed and inverted image is formed on the sky. Similarly here a long boat, image forms inverted. Now see uses of optical fiber. Communication purpose. In data transfer or fast communication we are using optical fibers. Using normal coaxial cable, nothing but a metal wire, we can transmit suppose TV signals, TV channels. If you are taking maximum we can send 160, 100 to 160 channels only. More than that we can't transfer using normal coaxial cable, but using optical fiber because of high bandwidth we can transfer 16,000 channels using a single optical fiber. Another application of optical fibers are in medical field. In medical field they use optical fiber in endoscopic operations, and this is the optical fiber which they use in endoscopic operations. So they send this optical fiber into the body of the patient and they absorb from outside in the monitor, and they start observing, they analyze the condition of the patient. Another application of optical fiber is for military applications. So they use as secret cameras, and they use to observe the small parts in the engine of heavy engines. They use this type of optical fibers.